do I have permission to record you for this podcast for marketing purposes and for my business from now into perpetuity?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Now that I've said that, is that the right thing to say?
I think that's I'm very impressed. I've been on a podcast before and the person didn't ask her anything, so I'm very impressed. I like it.
I ask because I know that a lot of podcasters are like, should I have people sign a release? Should I not? Can we just do the video thing or the voice recording or the sheet that I had you fill out before you came on the show, which wasn't necessarily a contract, but it's still like confirmation of permission to use your recording for my podcast and for my business. What are
Right.
your thoughts on all of that? I'd love to know.
Yeah, I think that there's kind of there's a legal answer and then there's also a practical answer. And so legally, it's good to have people's permission so that you don't end up in a situation later on where someone's like, oh, well, actually, I co-own the copyright in this podcast. And if you want to monetize it, then I want half of everything. Or in a situation where people are just like, oh, well, I didn't know it was going to be like public and now I'm upset and now I want to see you. So that's like the legal side. But then on the practical side, I like to tell people that you can avoid so many issues with just like good relationship management. So I think that maybe even more important is just like make sure that no, like whatever you're doing, just that it's like clear, right? Because people don't like surprises in business. And so if people know, I mean, it's a podcast. People like the average human should realize a podcast is going everywhere. But as long as they know where it's going, as long as they know you're using their name, most humans, normal human beings, are going to be fine with it. If it's a high profile person, that might be a reason to be more careful, because there's just more money involved there. But for the average Joe, that's my perspective.